Here's a quick reminder on how to simplify rational expressions with polynomials. So when I look at the top of this numerator, I see 3 different factors. Down at the bottom, I see 4 different factors, and I'm highlighting them in different colors for your eyes to see that we've got 4, because you can only cancel factors. So when I look at this, x minus 7 divided by itself is 1. I also look at my constants out front. 6 divided by 15. Well, 3 goes into both, 2 times here and 5 times here. And I have no other matching factors. So this would become 2 times the quantity of x minus 6 over 5x to the third times x plus 1. There is nothing else that is like that can be reduced. Here's the second one that matches one like Get More Math. The top is a linear binomial. I can't factor that. The bottom is a quadratic trinomial. So I can set up tic-tac-toe. I'm trying to find 2 binomial factors. So this is where I'm looking for my factors of x squared, only x and x. Because I have a negative 4, the only way to get that is a positive times a negative. And I can try 1 and 4 or 2 and 2. If I try 2 and 2, that's going to add to 0, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to back up and try 1 and 4. The more remember you do of these, the easier it is to look ahead and realize if I needed to add to 3x, positive 4 and negative 1 is what will add to that. So I'm going to recopy the numerator, and the denominator would be the quantity of x minus 1 times x plus 4. These 2 binomials are identical, they would divide to 1. So I get 1 over x plus 4 as my final answer. Just a side note, remember we would state our restrictions. This only makes sense if x does not equal anything in the bottom that would cause a divide by 0 error. So x could not be positive 1 because right here, if 1 minus 1 would be 0. If I look at this one, negative 4 plus 4 is going to be 0, so x could also not be negative 4. But in Get More Math, you only have to simplify. You don't have to enter this portion. The last one requires the most amount of work, and you can see that Get More Math already restricted the denominator. So you're going to begin by factoring, which means you have to check for a GCF. And then if you have a quadratic, binomial, trinomial, try tic-tac-toe. So in the top, I see 4 goes into all 3 of those. So I'm going to divide each term by 4 to get x squared minus 2x minus 3. In the denominator, I have an x in both terms. So x is going to factor out, and that's going to produce x squared minus 9 remaining. I can do tic-tac-toe on the top and the bottom. And you can pause the video and do that, but we've done a lot of that, so I'm just going to jump right in. Factors of negative 3 that add to negative 2 would be minus 3 and plus 1. On the bottom, you can do tic-tac-toe off on the side, but again, positive 3 times negative 3 will equal negative 9 and add to a 0 for your middle term. X minus 3 divided by x minus 3 is 1. I have nothing else that will reduce or cancel, so I would get 4 times the quantity of x plus 1 divided by x times the quantity of x plus 3.